The next stop is Peterborough at 7:08. So wait for the doors to close. I think they are. So reverse it to forward, DRA off, and put it to notch 3. Departing Stevenage, the speed limit is 125 miles per hour, and we have about 49 miles to Peterborough. This is part 2 of the 4-part series between King's Cross and York. I know I've already done this part in a separate video from Stevenage to Peterborough, but it can't hurt to do it again. Also, the sky is purple. Who doesn't like looking at a purple sky? So we should be up to 125 in no time because this train has insane acceleration. So heading north, the next station will be Hitchin, where the line right goes to Cambridge and King's Lynn. Yeah, I kind of miss all the HSEs and 91s coming down here. I mean, things do have to progress. I mean, the azumas do have a lot better acceleration and more capacity. And they're more eco-friendly. And fuel efficient. Because if you're going to run a train from King's Cross to Inverness, you can run the train on electric between King's Cross and Edinburgh. That's like 2/3 of the route. So you save a lot of fuel. Why do cats always like sleeping on the floor? It's like, I've got a bed behind me, why can't she just sit on that? Instead she's decided to park herself on the floor. There's a 365 from Peterborough to King's Cross. Yeah, I don't know how many of them are left. I think some of them are in storage because they're being replaced by 387s and 700s. We're now passing through Hitchin station. The line right goes to Cambridge and King's Lynn. Isn't there a flyover here that was made? When on YouTube, when you see videos of Hitchin and you look at the upslope in the north direction, there's a further going to the left, and I think that's for the flyover. I think it was so that trains going from Stevenage to Cambridge didn't have to cross over the East Coast Main Line, so they could just go over it. So if you want to drive these scenarios for yourself, a link to Google Drive will be put in the description. So you just have to find the right one. So I think this one will be 615-1004 KGX to EDB. So download that. It should come with some files. One for the first scenario from King's Cross to Peterborough, then another file from Peterborough to York, where you can copy the scenario file from wherever you downloaded it to, probably downloads, into the scenario folder for the route. I'll put in some I'll put in some installing instructions on there. So basically, all you have to do is download a scenario file, extract the zip file that I put on there, and then copy the scenario file into a directory that I give you. You have to locate your Steam directory first, then just paste the directory into the search bar, and then paste the scenario file into that directory. So the next station we should be passing through is Arlesey. However you pronounce it, because English is a strange language. So we are doing to Peterborough at 7:06, the actual train going at 7:16 somehow. I don't know what happened on the train, but I don't know why it's so late. So we should be cruising at 125 most of the way to Peterborough. I wonder what the next video after this should be. Oh yeah, it's in the class 800 from Falkirk to Edinburgh, with a train from, I think it's Stirling to King's Cross. I think after that I might do a video in a 395 between Ebbsfleet and St Pancras, because I haven't driven anything on HS1 for a while. I think the last time I drove something on HS1 was from the time lapse video I did from St Pancras to Faversham. I really do like how that video turned out. Yeah, think about driving through HS1, we're going at 140, and then speeding up the footage 4 times, and going through the tunnels. The flashes seem kind of annoying, because they flash a lot, the lights in the tunnel. I don't know what I'm getting at this point. We're now passing through Biggleswade station. I wonder if Network Rail will close any of the platforms only up and down fast, because when the train, I don't think he would want to be stuck next to a train that's travelling at 140 miles an hour. So I think they might close the up and down fast platforms because of all the turbulence a train would create travelling at 140. I'm speeding a lot this morning, even though it's still 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So the next station will be Sandy. Oh yeah, as I said in part 1, prepare to see a lot of lag. I mean, my PC isn't the most powerful, and this route does seem to take up quite a lot of resources. Mainly the CPU and the graphics card and RAM. think I like driving trains like early in the morning and like late at night, like sunrise and sunset, because it seems to be a lot more visually interesting than driving in a clear blue sky or rain. Driving in the snow is nice because everything is just white. And then you just end up sliding all over the place if you're driving like any Armstrong Powerhouse products because of all the ice and the wheel slip. Yeah, I think driving in the snow is definitely the most challenging weather to drive in because of all that ice. So we have about 28 miles left to Peterborough. Right, I'm recording this a few days after I recorded the last segment because noise. So if I was talking about something before I cut the video, I've now completely forgotten what it was. So I think there might have been a bit of a cut off in the conversation, in the one-way conversation that I was having with myself, because it's just me talking to myself in my bedroom to a monitor. Yeah, there are lots of level crossings in this part of the route. Probably because of all the farmland. Like, the crops are on the right side of the track, and then there are all the processing parts and buildings on the left, probably. And the farmers have to cross over the railway a lot. Maybe it's not the case. We're now passing through St. Neots station. And we have about 24.5 miles to Peterborough. So the last transit video just went out because I'm recording this at like 7:30, 10 to 8 at night. So the previous transit video, which was from York to Doncaster, went out, and it turned out pretty well. People liked it. So if you do have a request, just put it in the comments below, and I'll see if I have all the right DLC. Oh, poo. Yeah, the thing about the azumas is that they have really high acceleration. Yeah, I think the videos I like to make the most are of trains where you can travel at really high speed. Because doing a stopping train where you have lots of stopping and starting, kind of boring. Doesn't make for very good video content. Like if I made a video from Wollongongce to King's Cross, firstly the video would be absolutely ages long. That's that sentence. And you just be stopping and starting every minute. Whereas if I did a non-stop journey from Welwyn to King's Cross in a 365, it would be a lot more entertaining because you just end up driving south towards London at about 100 miles an hour. So about 20 miles to Peterborough. I wonder when the signalling upgrade for the East Coast Main Line will be finished. Probably in the next few years. Because once all the improved signalling equipment has been installed, trains can then travel up to 140 miles an hour instead of the restricted 125. Imagine travelling down here at 140 miles an hour like you can do on HS1. You can go from King's Cross to Peterborough in a far shorter time. We're now passing through Huntingdon Station. The next station will be Peterborough, where this part will end. So if you've already forgotten, part 1 was from King's Cross to Stevenage. Part 2 will be from Stevenage to Peterborough. Part 3 from Peterborough to Retford, and then part 4 from Retford to York. And then if you want me to go continue to like Newcastle and Edinburgh, then part 5 will be from York to Darlington. Part 6 will be from Darlington to Newcastle. Part 7 will be from Newcastle to... I don't know the stations. I haven't looked at the timetable. And then parts 7 and 8 will be between Newcastle and Edinburgh. Or if you want to go even further onto the Scottish East Coast Main Line, then you'd have parts 9 and 10 or 11. Maybe if I did get the Scottish East Coast Main Line, like how far can you go with the Scottish East Coast Main Line? And they go from, is it like Dundee or something? Like what if I did like a full run from Dundee to King's Cross, split it up into like 11 parts? Yeah, don't give me ideas like that. I'm just gonna do a full run of. I can't do the East Coast Main Line because we don't have all of it. Well, we technically do have like Euston to Rugby, Stafford. I mean, I think Euston Rugby is part of the West Coast Main Line South on Alan Thompson sim. I think Stafford to Crewe is also one there as well. Then we need Crewe to Preston. I think that's on Alan Thompson's in as well, part of the missing link. I'm not sure if that's released or it's just in beta. Then we do have Preston to Carlisle and then Carlisle to Glasgow. So I could do like some of the West Coast Main Line. What if I did like a container train from Felixstowe to Moss End? That would be kind of fun. Like I could do one segment from Felixstowe to Ipswich, Ipswich to Sheffield. No, not Sheffield. Colchester. Colchester to Ipswich. Then go over to the North London line from Stratford to Willesden, and then switch over to the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley from Rugby to Stafford non-stop. I'd like to just cut the video in like half or something, and then release it as two different parts. Then I could come back on the West Coast Main Line over Shap, then take over the train from Preston to like Shap or something, Shap to Carlisle, Carlisle to Beaturk, Beaturk to Moss End. I could do it in like a pair of 86s or something, like a class 90. So we're about 9 miles to Peterborough. Got warning for 105, so just apply the brake. Up to the red on the what's it called, the brake gauge, I think. So speed limit is 105 as we approach Peterborough. There are quite a few level crossings around here. So I can see that we have a double yellow up ahead as we approach Peterborough station. So as we approach Peterborough, we will be on the down fast, and we are due into platform 4 at Peterborough. So we will go into the down slow into platform 4, then return to the down fast as we head north towards Retford and Doncaster and York. Speed limit is also 100 miles an hour. speed limit is now 115, and we have about 4.5 miles to Peterborough. There's a 91 set to King's Cross. Yeah, I don't think there are very many of them left because most of the 91 diagrams have been converted to azumas. I'm pretty sure all of the HSTs have been converted to azumas because of the farewell tour. So I'm pretty sure Helenia doesn't operate any more HSTs. Because they've all been converted to azumas. We have a warning for 105. Good thing I'm already doing that. I think the line shortly joining us from the left is from the Neen Valley Railway. I think I have been there. Maybe once. Maybe like 10 years ago. We have a double yellow signal as we approach Peterborough Station. So the speed limit as we approach Peterborough is going down to 30 miles an hour. Assuming we want to pull into Peterborough Station at like 5 FPS. So as we approach Peterborough Station, we will go over the line from March and Ely. Cross Country and East Midlands Railway and Greater Anglia operate trains from Peterborough to March. East Midlands Railway provide trains to Norwich, Cross Country trains to Stansted Airport, and Greater Anglia trains to, I think it's Ipswich. Yeah, the brakes in this train are very good. Because I broke from 100 to 30 in a really short time. We have a single yellow aspect, which means we're cleared into the platform at Peterborough. Yeah, I think the frame rate should be a lot smoother as we approach the northern end of the route, which means the graphics card doesn't really have to render much else. So this is the end of part 2, which means we're about halfway there to York. So thank you for watching this part of the journey from King's Cross to York. I'm aiming to get the next 2 parts out next week, depending if I get them recorded. So arrival into Peterborough. So aiming to stop right at the end of the platform. So follow me on Twitter for future video updates. And subscribe for more train sim content. So thank you for watching. Stop. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.